another great day if you were short the market. The Nasdaq is down about 4.25%. The S&P, let's see, the S&P is down 2.6%. The Russell 2000 is down 2.5%. Great day to be short in the market. I am making a fortune today, and I'm telling you this not to impress you, but to impress upon you that this is possible. And I want you guys to reach out so that we can network and make this a win-win situation when the market goes up and when the market goes down. Now here I have the stock heat map, and it's a huge sell-off today. This is possibly a result of the Trump's tariffs. But anyways, Apple is down nearly 6%, Nvidia is down over 5%, Google over 5%, Meta over 5%, Microsoft 3.5%. And the stock sell-off hit hard the tech stocks. I'm gonna show you a little bit of my portfolio. Now here, this is today, and I am making today 15 grand. Today is a 15 grand payday so far. Now the market might go even far below, and that's gonna translate in more gains for me. And that's only taking place because I was short the market. Now, like you can see here, this is my E-Trade account interface, and those are the total gains right here and the daily gains. Now this first position is Restoration Hardware. I think I already talked about that a little bit, but I'm gonna do it again. Let me see the reason why I shorted it in the first place. I believe that I thought it was overpriced a little bit. Now you can see here Restoration Hardware. It had a pretty good run in September, and then at the end of November, of course, with the Trump's rally, but now it's trading even below the elections. So now it's a 230. Now this stock over the past 5 years, it's up nearly 60%, but it's been a roller coaster. It's been in between $200 and $400 oscillating. So I think now it's a good time to take some gains off of Restoration Hardware. Yeah, the stock is all over the place. Let me see the financials. The financials here had noticed going from 2022 to 2024 there was a decreasing revenue. This also think that it was a Warren Buffett stock, one of them. In the net income has gone down from nearly 700 million in 2022 to 70 million. This would be in the trailing 12 month. So that for me was reason enough to sell the stock short. Let's see on the cash flow, net change in cash flow. Last year they lost nearly 1.4 billion, and trailing 12 month they lost 300 million. They've been losing money recently. So for that reason that I thought that was gonna be a good candidate to sell short. Okay, now going back to my portfolio, like you can see on Restoration Hardware, I am making a total gain of $843. which is at 27% nearly of my initial bet. The number 2 here is Genesco Incorporated, GCO. Let me see why I shorted it in the first place. GCO. On the net income, they are losing 17 million rather. They were profitable. They make money and they lose money here. It's kind of an inconsistent cash flow. Let me see how much money they got in the bank. They got about 34 million in the bank. And the income statement shows that on the net income they lose nearly 20 million over the past 12 months. Okay, so for me that was reason to short the stock. Now here, like you can see here, they were trading in the 20-30 range. Then it happened, the craziness of the Trump's rally, and right here is when I thought it was overpriced, and there was a very good opportunity to short the Genesco stock, which I did, and I'm profiting quite a bit on that. Now let me see, percentage wise on this one I am up over 25%. Not bad. The third one in following the ranking of the total gains is Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals. On this one I am making a 16.4 gain. Now right now the Nasdaq is down 4.2%. The S&P 500 is down 2.7%. The Dow is down nearly 1.9%. Wow, what a sell-off. And this, I believe it too, it was a no-brainer for me to short ARWR. I shorted it, I believe, based on the financials, where the stock was going on a downtrend anyways. It's lost nearly 50% on the year, over the past 5 years. Again, this stock is not going anywhere. On the financial side, the income statement, this revenue is very inconsistent, going from 30 million to 180, 240, 2.5 million of revenue over the trailing 12 months. The net income, it's a disaster. They're losing 640 million, last year 600 million, previous year 205 million. So this company has been losing money pretty much non-stop, and for me that was reason enough to short it. Let me see how much money they got in the bank. Well, they got quite a bit of money in the bank, over $500 million, 2.5 million in receivables, but I still believe that they might go down further. I wouldn't bet too heavily against this one, but I might add it to my pre-existing short position and average down. Now the fourth stock here is Wayfair, Wayfair e-commerce. I watched a few interviews with the CEO, which I did not like. The fundamentals I did not like. I decided to short it. Also, I believe that the leader in this space is Amazon, and it's gonna be Amazon, and it's gonna widen its gap, and I see all of those getting crashed. On this one, I am up totally, nearly 22% total gain. Okay, and I am up 580. Now this one, Wayfair, I had shorted in the first place because possibly his fundamental, the income statement, like you guys see in 2020, there was on the pandemic, when everyone was buying and everyone was locked up in the house, the revenue was 14 billion. And you would expect that 5 years later they would have increased the revenue, but no, it's below 12 billion. And it's not only there, but if you look at the net income, it's bad. I mean, they lost nearly $500 million during 12 months, and on the balance sheet, to see how much money they got in the bank, they got about 1.4 billion. They really, if they don't change things around or they don't make the appropriate changes, they only have a couple of years of life. Because if they keep losing $500 million, they only have 1.4, they might have 2.5 years left of life. So for that reason, I shorted it. I might keep shortening that. We'll see. But now today I'm gonna do some trading. I'm gonna short a little bit more and take some gains off the table, because this is a 15 grand payday for me. And I'm so happy to have found a way to make money when the market goes up and when the market goes down. And if you guys want to know more, feel free again to reach out. I can definitely connect with you guys and analyze your stock portfolio, and we'll take it from there. Now, the other one that I had here is Camping World. I did not like this industry. I don't like the product. I don't like the Marcus Lemonis. I think he's not a good CEO. And on this one that I showed it only recently, like you see, those are small positions. Like look at the positions. Those are very small positions. 2 grand, 3 grand, 1800 here. Now this the following BITI. This is actually the Bitcoin, the ProShare Short Bitcoin ETF. And I'm on that. I'm up 16% on that. So I'm making over $500 on an initial investment of 3,700. Not too shabby. But going back to Camping World, CWH, let me see the reason why I shorted it in the first place. Right now the Dow is down nearly 2.9%, and the gap is going down and down and down. It's gonna downtrend. And if you guys remember, I had called this. I had said that the stock market can go down testing the 5,500 level, or it can go all the way down to 5,200. Now, do I think that it's gonna recover? Sure, I think the S&P 500 is gonna recover. I am also gonna buy small positions of leverage ETF, S&P SPXL, which is the 3x leverage S&P 500. I'm gonna be adding to some TQQQ. But again, those are on a daily basis. Usually those ones, it's for day trade for me. If I make a gain on those, I'm gonna sell 80-90% of those leverage ETF, and I'm only gonna keep a small amount to dollar cost average. Now, going back to Wayfair, or rather to Camping World, let me see the balance sheet. They got 200 million in the bank, 180 of receivables on the income statement. They got a decrease in revenue from 6.3 billion to 5.5 billion. Net income, they started losing money. They were making 278, then they made 123 million in 2022. 2023 they made 33 million, and now they posted a couple of losses of nearly 40 million. I think this company is going down, and it's gonna keep going down a lot. And for that reason, I'm gonna actually follow that. I didn't even follow. I'm gonna put it on the shorts. What's next? Next, of course, I already talked about the BITI. Now, of course, here where you see the minus, it's because it's a short position. Now, this is a BITI, I bought it, okay? Now, this one, the next one company, ALGS, I am making a total profit of nearly 64%. Now, of course, the downside of short selling is that you can only make 100% of your money, okay? Because you buy a stock which is $100 a share, you buy it, 10 grand of it, and the most amount of money that you can make is your 10 grand, you know. It can only go down to zero. Now, of course, when you buy a stock straight up, you can make unlimited gains. But I do like shorting individual companies. They are struggling. Of course, there is a time and a place to do that. So again, if you want to know more, feel free to reach out. ALGS, this too was another candidate stock to be short. ALGS. Eligos Therapeutics. I believe that this on the income statement they show very small revenue, 6 million. They lost 77 million. Last year they lost nearly 90 million. They've been losing money. Let's see, on the balance sheet they only have 75 million there. I don't see any receivables. On the cash flow, this company is in trouble. This might have a year of life. Again, do not short a stock because I'm telling you to do so, because someone on the internet is telling you to do so, but do your due diligence. Like you can see here, the change in cash, 34 million in the red, 105 in the red. They posted a surplus here of 50 million, turning to a month at 35 million. Well, for me, that was a company, a good candidate to short, and I'm gonna keep shorting it. PCT, this was another disaster company. I think I'm gonna add to all of this a little bit. Dollar cost average down on this pre-existing, so that's what I'm gonna do today. On this one, the net income, cash flow, $260 million of outflow. Balance sheet, how much they got in the bank? They got about 60 million in the bank. But look, they used to have 200 million, 160 million, 121, and now they're down to 15. This is bad. This is a company that is they don't show any revenues. They haven't reported any on the net income. They're losing 300 million. This company might not even have a year of life. Now, the other thing that you want to look at is the fundamental. Other than the fundamental, is the technical. And I think here I would short it a little bit, not too much, because it can always go back up and on this trend. But over the past year, I think this is gonna go back to possibly $4 or $5 stock, and now it's 7.3. So this is an opportunity for you to profit. Some of those I already covered in my other videos. I'm not gonna bother you with that. But you can look at it. This is a company that it used to be called Multiplan. They changed the name, CTIV. There was a company that's already lost a lot. I wouldn't even recommend that you short it. This company is all over the place. This is from the beginning of the year. It's been in an uptrend without any reason. A bit was, I believe, there was not even the post-election rally. This company has been in a bubble. In a bubble, it was up to 30. Only February 21st, 3 weeks ago, 30. Now it's nearly half there. So when I recognize that it's a bubble, for me, it's a good opportunity to short. So this is how you make money in the stock market. You make money when people do stupid things, okay, one way or the other. Another way to say this is that you make money every time there is an overreaction on one side or the other side. When people get greedy, there is an overreaction to the upside, and that's when there is a stock market bubble. When the valuations make no sense, okay? But then you can also profit when people freak out and they get fearful and the stock market plummet, and that's when everyone is not gonna buy a stock again. People lose a lot of money, people's margin get wiped out, and there is blood on the street when people say, I am never gonna buy a stock in my life. Well, right there and then, that's when with everything that you got, you buy heavily into the stock market. Right now, I'm not really buying any individual stocks. I still believe that they are overpriced in a way. If I do put money, I put it in the index funds, like I was saying, and of course some of those leverage ETF. But I'm gonna stay around a large diversified ETF that I know that it's all computerized, and whether you buy from State Street, from Vanguard, from BlackRock, I mean, it's one of those things that you can buy and forget about it, because at any given minute you're gonna have the best performing portfolio, and they're only gonna charge you 0.03% on that, which is really close to nothing. So going back to my interface here, the next one I was gonna talk to you about is now some of these are already spoken. Lee Enterprises, AAOI is a stock that went way up. I used to have a huge position on that. The stock is not bad. It's got a little bit of decreasing revenue. I think they do fiber optics. They lose money. They were losing 66 million, 54, and then the loss deepened to 186 million. And for that reason, I decided to short. Now, let me show you the technical on that. The technical over the past year, now it's flat, but this was a $16 stock before the elections, and it was already going up. 2024 was very good for stocks, but I think a lot of people overreacted. They got over optimistic, and this stock, it was going up like crazy from 16, then it went up to 28, and then it went up to 44. From 16 to 44, what's that, 2.5 times? And now it's back to 14. Now I don't know what's gonna do next. I don't have anything against this one stock. It's just that I kept adding to my pre-existing short position, and that's why here now you see this is 10 grand. Now on this 10 grand that I have of short on the Biohaven, this is another one. If you guys can look at it, it's a fairly new stock. It's already lost a lot. And the other one I was gonna mention is Beyond. This is a completely struggling company. This used to be the old Overstock.com. Company has been in a struggle over the past few years as the stock has lost a lot. And then it changed. Basically, they merged. Or I believe Overstock bought out Bed Bath and Beyond, and they kept the name Beyond. But this is a struggling company. I wouldn't even recommend you short this because it's already lost a lot. Let me see. I remember Overstock used to be a flying high stock. Let me see what's up here. See, this company has lost a lot. Has lost 85% in a year. Look, when a company loses 85% in a year, it's not even good enough to short it right now, unless you know there is gonna be a short squeeze and you wanna squeeze you know, lightly at the top. But I wouldn't even short this. I'm okay with. I already profited a lot. One last check to the heat map here, and I think that the loss deepened. Oh no, it's pretty much about the same. JP Morgan is losing 5%, Oracle 5%, Broadcom nearly 7%. I mean, this can be a buying opportunity for you guys that buy individual stock. But for me, I might add to my pre-existing Visa and MasterCard, even if that's not much of a correction there, 1.7%, it's not even a lot. It doesn't move the needle a lot. Well, I feel like wrapping up. Feel free to reach out, guys, if you are in the States. Like you guys know, I live abroad. I've been living abroad over the past 4 years, and I can enjoy this lifestyle because I have to go to a job. Okay, I can live any country I want as long as I have a good internet connection, and that's what I've been doing. I've traveled over the past 2 years about 50 countries. Feel free to reach out if you want to know more about me, and I'll be glad to network with you guys. Well, happy trading, everyone.